Hello students, welcome back to Notebook. Today we shall discuss the lesson Outcomes of Democracy. The concept of democracy is truly interesting. Democracy is the most sought after form of government, with over 100 countries of the world practicing democratic politics. But the reality is that democracy creates platforms to achieve certain goals. Citizens need to use these conditions to their advantage. Let's understand the two aspects of democracy: efficiency and effectiveness. Decisions in a democracy are based upon the idea of deliberation and negotiation. It has to follow all predefined procedures to arrive at a decision. So, as an outcome, democracy makes the government accountable to the public. It also delivers transparency in decision making. In any democracy, free and fair elections are distinctive characteristics. However, the possibility of corruption in every facet of democracy, including the elections, is known to all. But even then, it caters to the needs and the demands of the people, and here we get responsiveness as the outcome of democracy. Democracy is truly people's own government. This is where we get the phrase of the people, by the people, and for the people. Legitimacy is another very important outcome of democracy. Till now, we were speaking all about the political outcomes of democracy. Now, we will flip through the economic outcomes of democracy. Economically, a democratic government is expected to be developed. However, if democracies and dictatorships are compared from 1950s to 2000, we will find that dictatorships have a slightly higher growth curve than the democracies. This is because of the fact that expectation of failure of democracy is a rather worrisome situation. Population size, global situation, economic priorities are few of the many factors that contribute to this underperformance of democracies. However, as we can now see, democracies have far outgrown other forms of regimes across the globe. When we analyze the reduction of inequality and poverty, democracy has now scored full marks. Even though the idea of democracy is based on the idea of political equality, economic inequality becomes evident within the masses. A small segment of the entire population is ultra-rich and enjoys a disproportionate share of income and wealth. Let us now discuss the social outcomes of democracy. Why is India called a republic and not a sultanate or even the Hindu state of India? Democracy is the best possible weapon available to handle all kinds of social differences, divisions, and conflicts. Now, there are two important aspects to understand here. First, democracy is not simply the rule of the majority. The majority is expected to work in collaboration with the minority. Second, it is very crucial to understand that the rule by majority always does not reflect the opinions of religious, racist, and linguistic groups. Dignity and freedom of citizens is probably the sweetest fruit of democracy. When we speak about dignity and freedom of women in particular, we see that it has evolved largely. With this, we end our lesson on the outcomes of democracy. Stay tuned for a recap and question-answer videos on this lesson.